What's going on, guys? Aaron here. Welcome to the video. Bitcoin's going crazy and so are altcoins. I'm going to talk about what I think is happening and why it's happening. Right here, Bitcoin, we all know, got above $118,000 and we're seeing a small pullback now. And I just want to share with you guys what I made a video on 10 days ago, literally predicting this. Hold on. I saw Donald Trump time the bottom of the market back in April. If you don't remember that, April 9th, he said, this is a great time to buy. And that is literally right here. Great time to buy. He posted on Truth Social and the market rallied. Well, now it's even higher. The market rallied a ton from his post. It rallied over 26%. Now, why does this matter? Well, like 2 days ago, he says, for all cost-cutting Republicans, of which I am one, remember, you still have to get reelected. Don't go too crazy with your cost cutting, okay? We will make it all up times 10 with growth more than ever before. So yeah, I made this video 10 days ago. Trump essentially called another bottom. And again, I don't give a crap if you like or dislike Trump. I don't care. What I care about is the fact that people listen to him when he posts. So this is his last post, July 10th. In the morning. So this would be like 2 days ago or so. And since then, Bitcoin and altcoins have gone crazy. So the morning of July 10th, taking a look at Bitcoin, and we can see right here, depending on what time zone you're at, it was at around 110,000 and then within a day or two jumped to 118. That's a huge gain, okay? And he has a knack for calling it. He says Nvidia is up 47%. Tech stocks, industrial stocks, everything is at a record high. The Fed should rapidly lower rates to reflect the strength, etc., etc. So congrats if you did not sell your coins when possibly you were scared over the last couple months, because I knew that eventually the market was going to rip because we have to inflate. There's no other way around this. I don't think we're going to increase GDP enough to make up for the debt that we're in. And we can see that altcoins have been doing incredibly well too. Since I made that video 10 days ago saying, hey guys, it's probably going to go up, SUI is up 32%. XRP from 10 days ago, again, when I literally made this video titled, Why Altcoins Could Surge This Summer, couldn't be more clear. We can see that XRP is up 32%, or that's as high as it got to pretty much, right? Possibly lower if you go from the bottom of that day, 37%, right? So altcoins have gone crazy. For the last week, they're up a ton. For the last day, they're down a little bit, which I'm not surprised. We need a little bit of pullback just to kind of reset expectations, even though XRP and XLM and Pengu, if you're into meme coins, those are still all up for today. And if you want to buy coins, if you are a trader or you just want to buy spot, you can check out BTCC using my link below. 10% bonus on first-time deposits, up to 40% lower trading fees, which is really important, especially if you are a trader. Link below for that. And let's talk about this guy. This guy was on the Joe Rogan podcast at the bottom of the market. And if you don't remember what this bag of donuts said, let's take a look.
There's no intrinsic value to this asset. And now it's starting to be priced appropriately. So it has what's Bitcoin at? 16,000? It has another 17,000 to go down.
Okay, so it was 16,000 when he had him on the show. It can go down another 17,000. What a bag of whatever. Fill in the blank. Leave a comment for what he is a bag of in the comments. I won't bore you through the entire 2-minute video, but yeah, sucks if you listen to this guy, that's for sure. And this is an interesting slide that I saw today from River. Institutions only hold 0.01% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. To match Bitcoin's current share of global wealth, they'd need to invest around $250 billion more. Also, only 3 out of 500 companies in the S&P hold Bitcoin. 9 out of the 3,300 companies in the NASDAQ. So again, incredibly early. I've been talking about this for years. And we can see here that Bitcoin's market cycle bottom ROI. So from the very bottom of the market compared to the last 2 market cycles in green and in orange. So we are still below the previous two market cycles. And this is when Bitcoin hit its peak. So right now, we are at around day 976. The other two Bitcoin cycles peaked at around 1,060 days or so. So we're looking at around, if we match what we did in the previous two cycles, around 3 more months, right? So today is July 10th or 11th. That would be August, September, October. So who knows? We could go to the end of the year. I have a feeling that we will go a little longer just because of all of the institutions buying this year, all of the Bitcoin treasury companies. It's just a different year than it was in previous years. And so that's just my feeling. But if you want to play it safe, and again, just keep an eye on this. This chart is from Into the Cryptoverse, link below if you want it. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at another 3 months when the previous two cycles peaked approximately. And you can track this on the website. The year-to-date ROI for Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin finally popped up over 2021. It was down for a while. It crossed it. Now it's above it in terms of what it's done this year in 2025. We are still well below what it did in 2017. And I don't really see it happening that Bitcoin hits a 20x for this year. The market was a lot smaller in 2017, and there was a lot more hype and mania and craziness going on with ICOs. It was just a different world back then. But if Bitcoin peaked out at around a 2x like it did in 2021, we'd still see, I believe, napkin math as I'm making this video, around a $200,000 Bitcoin. We'd still see a lot of room to go here. And, you know, talking about altcoins, right? So we are seeing altcoins obviously rally, especially taking a look at the weekly chart. Granted, I do get that a lot of these coins are not at the peak of where they were back end of 2024. And some of these altcoins, man, some of them are not at the peak of where they were back early 2024, like Celestia. Taking a look right here. I mean, this had its peak, right around here. I hate to say, but I did buy some up here, and it has had one of the most gnarliest collapses ever. So granted, I know that a lot of people are still highly, highly underwater on their altcoins. But, you know, a lot of people are still doing well, and a lot of coins have done very, very well. So this could be the beginning of an altcoin rally, but we really only have seen Bitcoin blast off for the last 3, 4, 5 days. It's too soon to tell. If Bitcoin breaks above, 130, 140, 150K, and it levels off there for a few months, yeah, we're going to see, in my opinion, we're going to see altcoins rally really, really, really hard. Right now, again, the market is just digesting what's going on and how to make sense of all of it. And people are still worried about the tariffs, what Trump is saying on his social media network, Truth Social. There's still a lot of uncertainty going on. Rates are still really high. I think retail is really burnt out. I don't think retail is just excited right now. There's not something that's bringing just the average mom and pop or the average trader who maybe got burned in 2021 back into the market yet, right? We haven't seen that yet. So in my opinion, we'd need to see that for altcoins to really, really do insanely well. But we'll see what happens. Powell could leave, which there are some rumors that he is going to leave, and we could get somebody else that comes in, cuts rates, and then we see, just prices I can't even describe. We could see anything. Anything can happen here. But just to sum it up, at the end of the day, you have to have a belief in what you're doing. So I believe that Bitcoin specifically is going up and to the right forever. There will be obviously volatility, but over time, I know its place in the global monetary system. I just have a very strong belief in that. And I think that top altcoins could definitely follow Bitcoin's trajectory. You may disagree, that's fine. When it comes to taking profits, that is completely up to you. If you're in life-changing money right now, to not take some profits, I don't know if that's the smartest thing. But it's hard. It's hard if you're someone like me that knows that eventually Bitcoin will hit $1 million to take profits when Bitcoin is sitting at 118K. It's hard to do that when you know with certainty that it will hit $1 million. So that's the challenge, right? That's the challenge that I know myself and a lot of other people face. When it comes to altcoins, I am much more likely to take profits just because I know how volatile they can be and I know how quickly they can just retrace 30%, right? We've seen, again, XRP over the last 10 days up 30 or 40%. It could easily come down 40% if Bitcoin drops to 105K, right? So they're a lot more volatile. Altcoins are a lot more volatile. So I personally am a lot more willing to hit the sell button and take profits on altcoins. So guys, that's just my rambling thoughts for today. Hope you guys are doing well. You can follow me on Instagram. I got a personal one, and then I got a crypto-focused one. If you're on Instagram, you can hang out with me there as well. I went to a gnarly Pilates class today. First one I've ever been to. I can barely freaking walk. I don't know how you people do it, especially the women out there. Holy crap. Okay, done with the tangents. Hope you guys are doing all right. Talk to you later. Bye for now.